We're now joined by Rise News analyst, Dayo Sobowale. Good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale. Many thanks for joining us. Now, in terms of this issue, what specific evidence do you think supports the claims?
Which claims?
The claims that the arms was sold by...
You see, I read the report. You see, they are following a convention of disposing of illicit arms. In fact, he has a deputy, the former DIG, Mr. Kokumo, and they were there. But you see, he was saying that it's not all these illicit arms that are being destroyed, that some have been traded in by security agents. That is not good news to hear. And that is even not good for the image of the Nigerian security services. But the practice of getting rid of illicit arms has a long history. Because if those arms are not disposed of, they can get into rogue arms, they can get into enemy hands, and they can get into criminal hands. That's why they have done what they are doing. There's an example in history. During the Second World War, when the German army was approaching France, and Churchill saw that France was going to collapse, he asked the French people to destroy their fleet so that it did not get into enemy hands. They did not do that. So he sent the RAF and destroyed them himself, even though they are on the same side. So that's the sort of thing they are doing, and that's the sort of thing they are talking about. That illicit arms should not get into wrong hands. But that security people are involved. That is highly immoral, very unpatriotic. And they should find a way of dealing with such people. But like I said the other time, it's not good for their image. This is not a matter of transparency or accountability now, because this is security. In security, there must be some confidentiality, some secrecy. That's the nature of their job. You don't know what they are doing until you see them eliminating somebody or arresting some people. And they must keep the esprit de corps among the security rank and file in place, so that we that they are protecting will not be laughing at them, that they are criminals or traitors to the country. Let me leave it at that for now.
All right. Well, some are saying, well, you know, he's done this expose and he's said what he has said, but is it enough? Because we know that the issue of corruption within the security services exists from the lowest level, and now it seems it's operating at a dangerously higher level. What are the steps you'd like to see being taken after this particular expose has been made?
Let me say that I don't share what you just said, that corruption pervades the security services. The security services are many. This is the National Security Advisor. Because if you talk of the security services, you include the police, army,
yes.
and...
That's why I said from top to bottom.
No, I disagree with that. I don't think that's... I don't agree with that. What they are doing is following procedure. It happens in every profession. Get me? For getting rid... In narcotics, they burn things, seized items, which if they get to the illicit market, will be very lucrative. This is the same thing. It's like a house cleaning exercise in terms of getting rid of illicit arms and making sure that illicit arms do not get into the wrong hands. But you cannot just come and say it is well-known corruption pervades the security service. I don't have such information.
The National Security Advisor is the one who said himself that many of these arms...
Some elements. So
that's corruption,
that's what
right?
they say.
Yes.
Of course. There is nowhere there is no corruption except Utopia, or else, except you tell me, except Utopia. Yes.
Sorry, Cynthia.
But if they don't make a sweeping sentence like that, the security forces are corrupt. I don't buy that.
Okay, that's completely fine. Yeah. Now, I'm just wondering if you think that international arms dealers might play any role in exacerbating this problem, and how Nigeria could potentially combat that influence if you think that they do play a role.
Of course, what you have said is that the arms, largely the arms that they have now, are arms captured by rebels or or narcotics agents or kidnappers captured. You see, when you have exchanges between the forces and these criminal gangs, mostly the forces win, but most times these rebels and terrorists, they cut away some of the equipment left by the army. That's what he's trying to say. And most of these things in their hands, they are using to fight them, were things they seized from them in battle. It's not if they have won every encounter with them, it won't be the situation we are in now. But he's saying that they must put their house in order. It's like an American general said sometimes. We have seen the enemy, and the enemy is us. But even in saying that, I'm even criticizing him. That is not good for their image. You get me? It's not as if we are talking of corruption in that sense. You get me? This is a house cleaning exercise. But if he goes around saying his own people are rogues and they sell arms to people, he erodes their confidence, their morale. So we must find a way of telling them. That's what I'm trying to tell you, if you get it.
But, well, that's what he has said in essence. He has said that the security personnel are selling arms to bandits and other criminals. But unfortunately, our time is up, Mr. Sobowale. Thank you so much for this conversation. I hope we can continue to unpack other issues and dig deep into other topics on another day. Thank you so much.